It is understandable that after this training, that you as a beginner may not have that resources to acquire all those listed soaping equipment. However, you can try out the recipe of making this soap without a scale. But note that this is not the generally acceptable method of making soaps. However, let's watch the video. Here is the instrument I decide to make use of, the measuring cup. You can make use of any container available at your disposal as your means of measurement. But note that whatever container you use should be used throughout for measuring the caustic soda, the water, as well as the oil. These are the three basic ingredients in making soap. So in this video, you'll be watching how I make my laundry bar soap using just three basic ingredients. Here I'm into this container. I'll be adding in 1 cup of my caustic soda. This is my caustic soda. To this container, I'll add the water you will be using to dissolve this. Depends on your oil quality, your oil property. This is palm kernel oil, and I will be using, you can make this soap, the lye solution, to be 1 to the ratio of 1, 1 to the ratio of 2, 1 to the ratio of 3. For palm kernel oil, do not exceed 1 to the ratio of 3, except where you are adding some builders. So I'm measuring 3 of this cup into this container. Here I'm about to mix my caustic soda, and I'm taking 3 of this, 1, 2, and 3. This is my water. Now you gently add your caustic to your water. Gently add your caustic into your water and stir. Please make sure you are doing this in a well ventilated area. Please wear your hand gloves. It may be your disposable hand glove or your neuro glove, or even the rubber gloves if you can work with those. But please make sure that you are wearing a nose mask as well as a eye goggle when making this, because caustic soda is very caustic. Once it touches the eyes, it can lead to blindness. So you stir this up. And because this is co-process of making soap, you set this aside to fully cool down. So we're gonna set this aside to fully clear and cool down. So you set it aside. While this is cooling and cool down, you bring down any container of choice, from your kitchen. Those containers will be set aside only for soap making. Those containers will be for soap making only. Those containers will not be used for food. You know why? You may end up not cleaning them well. So here I'm making use of my PK oil for this production, and I'm measuring out 6 cups of my oil. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is 6. If there's dirty in your oil, the way I'm seeing it right away, you need to sieve your oil. So I'll pass this through a sieve now. So I can work with clean oil. So I sifted the oil. Once your caustic have cooled down for some time, it is time to add into the oil. So you add it into the oil and you stir it up. Because this caustic is still hot, you will be faced with such thick soap batter. If you want this to be more fluid, you need to leave your oil to sit for some time. So you stir, make sure you mix properly, and you add your colorants. You can also add your color to your oil before adding your caustic. If you are not satisfied with the color, you can add more. The best is to dissolve your color and set it aside so that it will be easy for you to use. If you decide to melt your color immediately, you need to add it directly into the oil and not on the soap, just like that. I'll also add in my fragrance. So you pick the fragrance of your choice so that it can be appealing to the nose. And here I'm just adding in a little. You stir to mix. When you are sure that your batter is fully mixed, mix in the fragrance, mix in the color. This is now a thick trace. It moved from light trace to medium and to thick trace, and this happened very fast because my lye water was still warm. I needed to make do with this video, so you add to your container of choice. You can use any container of choice. If you are using rubber container, you need to oil it. I oiled this, then you add to the containers. There's excess oil in that container, God. To have a smooth surface, scrape it in. Most soapers make use of this method. They get their water, pour it into a container, but this is not the best method of soaping as 1. The lye may be much since there's no measurement, but this is how to make our cold processed soap without a measuring scale. So you leave it to sit and set for 6 to 12 hours and will come unmold it. This is after about 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours, and it's time to unmold the soap. You can see how solid it came out, so solid. You can see soap is so solid, so it's time to unmold them. So you remove them by opening the sides of these containers. Make sure they are properly opened. You can use your knife for this purpose if your finger cannot get through. When you are done, then you pop them open. So this is our soap. Always make sure to leave your water to cool completely before soaping. You are bound to have some white ash on it. So this, I notice the color is not properly mixed. Always make sure that your color is properly mixed before soaping. So here are my soaps made from just 1/3 cup of caustic soda, NPK oil, 1/3 cup. So make your measurement with any cup of your choice and create your beautiful soaps from it. So this is my soap. This is the beautiful soap I made. So go and get your ingredients if not, and try it out this batch. Thank you so much for being in this training. We will progress forward. The soaps after we unmolded them from the mold. They came out so beautiful. This is the 3 bar of soap we got. So always allow your color to be properly mixed before adding, and allow your caustic soda to cool off. Cool completely if you are making a cold process. So this is it. This is how you can make your cold process soap bar or laundry bar. So this is how to make your cold process laundry bar without using measurements. We'll now leave it to cure for at least 2 weeks before packaging, so that while we are selling it off, the other drying process will continue, the curing process will continue to take place. You can also send it off to a customer after 1 week, so that you are able to make another batch, so that as it gets to the distributor down to the retailer, it can fully cure. So that is it, our beautiful bar of soap.